Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. If you shop a lot at Harbor Freight like I do, you probably have a stockpile of these blue LEDs because they give out these for free with almost any purchase. In this video, I'm going to show you how to modify this blue LED light into a night light that automatically lights up in the dark. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic, for more DIY and tinkering videos. Here's that famous blue light. It's a single pole double throw switch, so it turns off and on the two lights depending on how many times you press the switch. And we're going to be converting that front larger light into a automatic night light, and the second light will retain its regular function. These are the three main components you'll need for this modification. First is a BD139 transistor. If you face the transistor with the writing facing towards you, the emitter is all the way to the left with the collector in the middle and the base all the way to the right. Then you also need a LDR, which is a light dependent resistor, and a 50 kilo ohm resistor. Here I am going to be combining two 100 kilo ohm resistors in parallel because I didn't have a 50 kilo ohm resistor. Just a quick side note, a lot of these components can be found in old PCBs. I took this transistor out of a control board of an old printer. I often desolder components, and I look up their data sheets and I keep them on hand for projects like this. This serves as a good way to figure out how components work and also give you free parts. Okay, the first step is to remove the three screws that hold the batteries in place. Then remove the batteries. Then go ahead and remove the four screws that hold the LED housing. Next, locate the red wire that goes from the negative terminal of the LED strip to the negative terminal of the battery pack, and go ahead and cut that near the terminal of the battery pack. Next, solder the red wire that you cut to the middle collector pin of the transistor. In the next step, attach a short wire to the emitter pin of the transistor, which in this case is the one all the way to the left. Next, connect the other end of the wire that you connected to the emitter to the negative terminal of the battery pack. Next, connect the LDR, or the light dependent resistor, to the base pin of the transistor. Then go ahead and solder the other terminal of the LDR to the negative terminal of the battery pack. Now attach the two 100 kilo ohm resistors, which are wired in parallel, which gives an equivalent resistance of 50 kilo ohms to the base of the transistor as well. Attach the other terminal of the resistors to the positive terminal of the battery pack, and that completes the wiring portion of the modification. Then I used a dab of hot glue to hold the transistor in place and drilled a hole in the reflective plate for the LDR to poke through. Then I poked the LDR through the hole in the reflective plate and carefully reassembled everything. So here's what the final product looks like. It automatically turns on when the lights in the room are turned off. And with this configuration, the second light still maintains its normal function. A few of you are probably thinking why I went through the trouble of hacking this light when an automatic night light only cost a few bucks, but the reasoning behind that was I wanted to repurpose something that would normally be just left alone or thrown away, and also take the time to show how transistors work, as transistors are the foundation of modern technology and computers. The way the circuit works is relatively simple. When there is light in the room, the LDR has low resistance, causing current to flow from the battery through the 50 kilo ohm resistor through the LDR and to ground, causing the blue light to remain off. However, when the light in the room is turned off, the LDR has infinite resistance, causing current to flow from the battery through the 50 kilo ohm resistor and to the base of the transistor. When this happens, the transistor is turned on. This allows the current to flow from the collector to the emitter of the transistor and then to ground, completing the circuit of the blue light and therefore turning it on. This is an example of how a transistor can act as a switching device being controlled by a small current applied to the base.